Welcome to Laffin Law Office's Virtual Law Office, being brought to you from Dallas, Texas. In this video, we'll explore the issue of why hire an attorney. First, and perhaps most important reason, is that lawyers are trained in the law. Next reason is that lawyers, by definition, are licensed to practice law. In fact, the unauthorized practice of law, that is, practicing law without a valid law license, is a criminal offense in many jurisdictions. But what is the practice of law? Practice of law is, of course, appearing in court for a client, or even drafting court papers for a client. However, the practice of law also includes giving legal advice outside of a courtroom, and also drafting legal documents that will never be used in a courtroom. What about pro se representation? That is, representing yourself. Well, Abraham Lincoln once said, "He who represents himself is a fool for a client." Let's look at some non-litigation and litigation examples of the practice of law. As we mentioned, appearing in court and drafting legal papers for a client will always be the practice of law. Lawyers are trained in substantive law areas and can assist clients both in litigation matters and non-litigation matters in areas such as business law, contracts, criminal law, family law, real estate law, wills and trusts, and many other areas of substantive law. Lawyers are also trained in procedural law, civil procedure, criminal procedure, and court procedures. When deciding whether to hire a lawyer, one should always weigh the cost versus the benefits. Often, other professionals, CPAs, realtors, and the like, will have some amount of legal knowledge. However, their legal knowledge is limited as compared to the lawyer's knowledge. A competent CPA, realtor, or other professional, when asked for legal advice, will instruct the client to seek advice from a licensed attorney. What about online forms and computerized legal forms? And by these forms, we're talking about the commercial version, the kind that people sell to you or give to you for free, not court forms that are authorized and sometimes even mandated by the court system itself. These forms, given their generic nature, have limited capabilities. Before using these forms, one should always investigate the law and find out if the forms will satisfy their need and meet their needs for legal services. What about non-attorney legal services? You know, the kind that charge you $20 or $30 a month and throw in some nominal legal services for that amount. Well, what clients are often not told is that if they have a real case, something that requires representation on a more significant level, the non-attorney legal service will simply refer them to the law firm that the legal service is already contracted with, and the client will have to sign a fee agreement with that law firm and pay that law firm just as they would have to pay an attorney of their own choice. So the obvious answer here is, why not hire the attorney of your own choice rather than let somebody else pick the attorney for you? So in conclusion, make sure that you get the legal services and representation that you need and that you deserve.